Okay, so we are right up to start now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening to everybody. I'm very pleased to welcome you in today's in the first English webinar in Emmi Ultrasonic. We tell you a little bit about our company, what we're doing, where we are, who we are, and a small part of our products we have. And well, you can make your own picture from this whole story, and you have anyway a possibility to ask questions. We try to answer them at the same time in the chat. After, we still have some time to answer questions, and if nothing is answered already, you still can write us an email.
Mm-hmm. So somebody says here they can't type anything into the chat?
Yes, we leave it open and they can write in, and we try to answer same time, and after we check the chat still one time to see if there's still something open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we come to my person. My name is Harry Hilander. I'm 47 years young. I'm since 2013 a partner at Emmi Ultrasonics. I'm in the position of a 2-star president with now already more than 17,000 partners and customers. It's very, very interesting. It's a very important thing to our body, to the whole system, to keep your teeth and your mouth clean, not only for animals. We have a lot of customers and a lot of partners already who are working with Emmi Pet. And today we want to show you a little bit more about the humans and what all we can do with our products. I'm very happy to have Elizabeth with me, because how you hear, my English is not so good. I'm very, very happy to have so strong support, and Elizabeth will do now the rest. I'm in the background. I try to answer questions with all other leaders we have here now. There is today quite a lot of them. Josef is here, and I saw there is Daniel. Also, Mr. Weinzettel, Herbert Weinzettel is here. Eveline, of course, very welcome. Nice that you're here. And Mrs. Rollinson, very nice. So we will work together and try to answer you in the chat all the questions you have. But I think anyway, when the presentation is done, the most questions will be answered already. So now I will be quiet and I let Elizabeth do her job.
Okay, so I'll try my best. So I'm a bit nervous because it's the first time I've ever doing that kind of webinar. So I hope you'll be a bit patient with me. And so good evening and to everybody, and a very warm welcome to the launch of our series of Emmi Ultrasonic webinars from the lovely wintry border of East and West Sussex. Now, in Germany, these webinars are already running on a regular basis, and we want to do the same for the UK, as we can see the importance of making people more aware about their oral health and their general health, and we want to show how our ultrasonic products can help towards achieving that on the human side as well as for our beloved pets. And so I hope everybody can hear me. It looks like it. Yeah, that's wonderful. And so to myself, I am... my name is Elizabeth Reichert-Eckersley, and I am just, sorry, I have to just sort out something here. Yes, so I am an Emmi Ultrasonic independent distributor since 2014. I'm a group partner, and I am the one who introduced the Emmi Dent ultrasonic products to the UK. In the meantime, of course, Emmi Ultrasonic is expanding in the UK, and therefore we have now decided to offer this service of webinars, of delivering regular Emmi Ultrasonic webinars for partners and customers to get information, education, and tips and across to everybody, and where you, of course, yourself, you can invite people and you can get your own questions answered. So as to myself, I'm a German national, and also I'm a German teacher. I teach at 2 colleges and give private German tuition at all levels and for all ages, my youngest being like 3, my oldest 91, and working a lot with students like face to face. I was always a bit conscious of kind of my own breath, and therefore I used to suck a lot of mints, which was, of course, not very good for my teeth and my oral health. And then my good friend and now 1-star president at Emmi Ultrasonic, Josef Meyerhofer, introduced me to the Emmi Dent toothbrush, with which he said I could kill the bad bacteria in my mouth and guaranteeing a fresher breath and healthier teeth. And that, of course, yes, that was it for me. It's like, yes, this is something I need. And yes, the rest is history. Right. So, now on this next, whoops, let's see. There was the next slide. I can't get to this slide. Let me see. There we are. Thank you. Now on this slide, you see like myself and Evie. She's my wonderful Emmi workhorse partner, which many of you will probably already know, and she is already. We're working like hand in glove towards making the Emmi ultrasonic products become a household name in the UK. That's what we want to achieve. And here you can see is at last year's London convention of the International Association of Dental Research. And this is where Dr. Gengler, who proudly revealed and explained the positive results of our company's study on the Emmi Dent ultrasonic toothbrush and cleaning our teeth with the Emmi Dent in that very new way without abrasion of your teeth and gums. But of course, more about that later. Now, the company itself is a German company based near Frankfurt am Main in Germany. And you can see here on the picture Dr. Bülent Emmi, and over 20 years ago, with his extensive experience in the application of the ultrasonic technology, tried to do some more in that area. So the company has basically 3 business sectors, of which the main one is the EMAC itself. And let me see if I get the next slide. Right. So the EMAC itself, and this is like, it deals in ultrasonic cleaning, like in big ways, like for big companies, like big ultrasonic baths, for example. It deals like in the aviation industry, in the motor industry, and as you can see, has kind of great big brand names like Airbus, Air France, Peugeot, Siemens, Philips, you name it. Which they are working for in a big way. Then that ultrasonic cleaning is, of course, not only used for like big engines or big motors. It is perhaps something you have experienced yourself when you took your jewelry to the jewelers or your glasses and got them cleaned in a small ultrasonic bath. So that's the way to use it, in a small a dimension. And Dr. Emmi did, of course, not stop just with these big inventions and big jobs, he kept developing the technology further, and of course thought about solving cleaning problems also in the smaller or the private sector. And so the Emmi Dent ultrasonic toothbrush was born, and with that we now have like a unique patented product. And our Emmi ultrasonic toothbrush has a patent until the year 2032. We are like unique on that product, and we can sell it and market and so on. Now, why did he do something like that is the question, because of course oral health is actually a quite neglected area, and it is scientifically proven that health starts in the mouth. Now, here you can see like the Emmi Dent. You can see that on one side. So the big EMAC is like on the left here, and then there's also like something like the Emmi nail, which is light curing your wonderful gel nails and so on and so forth. So that's also all use of ultrasonic technology. Now, so our strength is like it's owner managed, and more than 10 years of being successful on the market, or even longer. And there is not only that one patent, there are more patents. It says like 20 patents are actually they're available on a range of products. And the main thing is like it's like unique. So you don't have any other product like that. We also have an interesting like compensation plan, which is something for a different webinar to talk about, I guess. And the company does its own innovative like research itself within the company to always keep going and improving products. And we can see it with various things that came out like later, like creams and special products. We have a wonderful chewing gum. We have, all kinds of things, and other products have been developed. So now, what are our products? So we have the Emmi Dent, which is like the special. So the Emmi Dent is not just like any old toothbrush. It's a unique, very special thing which is used in a different way. It is used like together with water and especially formulated toothpaste, and you apply it to your teeth without scrubbing and without abrasives. So we have, then of course we need our products with it, our toothpaste and the brush heads. And then, we have kind of the similar product for our pets, and a number of people who are on today, they have like a lot of experience with that product already, with the Emmi Pet, and can tell you at some other point much more about it. And then we have, as I had mentioned down on the right, like small ultrasonic like bars for small devices. And then also in the vitamin and like health sector, we have a wonderful, as I said, chewing gum, using like Q10, which is known to be very, very good for like your oral health and for your gums. And also like then for the skin, a product that is used to improve and help with the skin, with skin problems and so on. Now, as we know, like this is like very, the oral health is like the big problem, and also very neglected. And we'll see a bit more on that. You see here, health starts in your mouth. And so it's not just a nice smile. It's also that it's important to just get rid of the bacteria. That is the biggest problem, because it says, did you know that 80% of the bacteria in the human body are produced in the mouth or into the body through the mouth? And then you have tooth infections, jaw infections, and a lot of like vascular organ, heart disease, and things happening from that onwards. And you see here, for example, this is risks we could in many areas, like whether strokes, lung diseases, heart disease, like pregnancy risks, osteoporosis, diabetes, and all these things which probably people normally never relate to oral health can happen. And we, like Evie and I, we ourselves have experienced that in our environment, that neglecting oral health can really kind of lead to all these other problems. And periodontosis, which is actually like the inflammation around the tooth, with peri around and don like around the tooth, is one of the biggest risks and the biggest problems which we have like in the general health. And let's see. So this is actually where we would introduce like the Emmi Dent as such, a film, but so it doesn't run here at the moment, but I can tell you in a short sentences. The main thing is, it is like a revolutionary product, and which is like not only killing the bacteria like on the teeth, but it's also penetrating the gums and also keeping the gums clean, taking plug off, and so on. And it's important that together with water and our specially formulated toothpaste, if it is applied properly, which we can easily show you, then that will kind of prevent all these risks we were talking about. And you see, like, the phenomenon of ultrasound is already widely known in tomography, like in testing tomography, like with pregnancy tests, and like fish, they orientate themselves with ultrasound, and also, of course, dolphins, bats. But the main thing is here, it's like the bacterial kind of elimination. That's the thing in our mouth. We want to get the bad bacteria out of our mouth, so it doesn't lead to any of these other terrible diseases. And with the Emmi ultrasonic, you just clean, so to speak, like the biofilm, which is very difficult to get off of your teeth. You get the biofilm off because the ultrasound is kind of killing the outer skin of the bacteria and makes them disappear. Okay, so now very often we found, because everybody uses some sort of tooth cleaning, and we find people saying, "Oh yeah, my God, there is it is just like another electric toothbrush." But no, there is a big difference, because when you look at like the difference, which is like ultrasound, if I switch that on, you can't hear anything, except there is a little beeper there which tells you when to move your brush from one part, move it onwards, but otherwise there's nothing to hear, which is like, and it's quiet, it's not mechanically moving. This is ultrasound. It's beyond the audible range of sound, where like when we see like sonic toothbrushes or any other electric toothbrush, it's a mechanical one and it scrubs. There is lots of like the air movement, like it says here, 16 to 20,000 oscillations per second, like in a sonic, and you hear it, the noise, you have the brushing, you have the abrasion happening on your teeth, on your gums, because otherwise they have no chance to get anything off. But with all that, we don't need that. You keep it quiet, and just the ultrasound with up to 5 million oscillations per second, and there is no abrasives, so no, the RDA value, like which tells you how much of the abrasive substances are in the toothbrush, are not there, because we don't have that in the toothbrush, because we don't need it. So here you can see the problem start, because if you use like a normal toothbrush, whether that's an electrical one or like just a manual one, this is the bacterial colonies, which you can see are under the microscope. They are there on the brushes, and so you use your brush in the evening, put it in your bathroom, and the next morning you use the same one on your teeth, starting off with new bacteria adding to your mouth. That is one of the big problems which we can actually which we are solving, because when you look at like ours, like you see that on the very like a bristle of our toothbrush, it's okay, split a bit on the top with the use, but otherwise there is no bacteria, because once you finished your cleaning, you leave the toothbrush on for a bit longer, and also the toothbrush itself will be clean itself, and you start newly fresh, bacterial free the next time you're cleaning. So that is very, very important. Now let me just see the next one. Yes. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, there was the studies that were revealed like at the convention last year by Dr. Gengler. There is the positive studies that say like proof that the toothbrush without scrubbing, without abrasives, safely removes and it eliminates the risks of abrasion damage to teeth and gums. And this has been proven on several studies. These are some different ones at different times, and you can see like here. Like a person having used the Emmi Ultra over time, and you also can see like a tooth whitening happening. Okay, so and that's the thing, we can definitely say, like, the toothbrush is like a abrasion free application, and the cleaning is without any brushing movement, so it's quiet and safely and thoroughly removes the biofilm of dental plaque because of the how the ultrasound works. Now, the main thing is here we have, like, this is the unique thing. The ultrasound is created in the toothbrush, but then the unique thing is like that piezo chip is like a chip in the head, which no other electric toothbrush has. It's in the head, and this is where the efficiency goes directly to the teeth, because the ultrasound waves go directly to the teeth. They are not just in the handpiece. It's not just, okay, so the handpiece is good for it. So no, it is the brush itself, which then allows the cleanliness and the hygiene really work. So now let's see what we have next. Right, so these are the kind of the Emmi Dent, the various Emmi Dent products. So one is like the one I showed you, like in the middle. That's like the one I have here, and actually it is one that has a slight kind of slight sound in it, and like the one in the middle you see there, because at the beginning when the company wanted to put the product onto the it's called the Emmi Dent Platinum I'm talking about. Yes, thank you, Evie. When the first ultrasound toothbrush, because it didn't make a sound, it didn't make anything, was in the shelves in the shop, then people took it home and go, oh, nothing's happening, so it's broken. So the company had to come up with an idea, say, okay, good, we don't need it, but we put something in that makes a little bit of a sound, a slight motor, which makes a bit of a sound. And so people have the idea that it is really working, but it doesn't need it at all. And so the kind of the newest product is like on the left-hand side. If you look, the Emmi Dent Care is very special. It has this certificate of being barrier-free, barriere-frei. It means it is one, like this one is one. I can press like the button at the beginning for a couple of seconds and let it go. And then the brush will be totally quiet, totally without any sounds. And it is used for like in the care area where people, they can't have like the mechanics or the sounds or any of that sort. And there has been great, there already are great results in helping people who in the care area, for example, or where people cannot brush themselves, and then you help them and do it for them. And so they can still keep their kind of oral health as good as it can be. And the one you see on the right is the Emmi Dent Metallic. Is like a previous product. What it doesn't have like this LED indicator that shows you how well charged the product is or whatever. It doesn't have that, and it's also like a less expensive product. It's very, it's wonderful. Also, if you want a second or third or fourth one, like in the family, also for the children. And so as I mentioned before, we need like water, as you can see, water, and then specially formulated toothpaste, which we see here on the bottom left, like the Emmi Dent toothpaste, which has no abrasives. And we have some with fluoride, we have some without fluoride for those who are very conscious of not using fluoride. We have that because we don't need it. And that, using that, creates like 96 millions of microbubbles. And these microbubbles like implode. And with the implosion, or through the implosion, like take like the maybe kills the bacteria, but take the plaque and the debris which we don't want on our teeth, take it off the teeth, and keep them clean, or get them clean. And we have, of course, for various uses, so we have different sizes of brush heads, which you can see on the right, on the bottom there, right hand side, Emmi Dent brush heads. So we have smaller ones for children, or the ladies, you know, who have like a smaller dental area, and so you can reach each tooth bit by bit. And also for those who perhaps have their teeth not as straight, then you have like the one, it says here wave, especially used for those that you can still reach the area properly, and area of your teeth properly, because you don't need to touch even, you can slightly touch, but just go close to the teeth and hold it there for about six seconds. It depends. On this one, you hear the beep, and then you move on to the next area and the next area, and so forth, and then you get it clean. So, of course, the brushes, like with any toothbrush, have to be, or brush heads have to be replaced at certain times. We say like 2-3 months, depending how often and how thorough and whatever you clean. So. Okay, so now I don't know if there's perhaps any questions directly to the Emmi Dent, before I just touch on the next product. I understand that some people they cannot chat. They can hear, or they are in the room, but they cannot chat. I don't know, Harry, can we do anything about it, or don't know. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone react? I don't know what's happening, because I have some people
the chat
can't react.
Usually it should work. The chat is open, so it's it depends on any possibility that the guests have there. How they're the smartphone, I think it's quite difficult to write. But if you have usual computer, you sure can write. This is open. I just checked it. The chat is open. Everything should work. So if there is questions, we can answer them later, or we answer them by telephone.
Okay, good.
Through a messenger, or however. We are ready for everybody. They can contact us, and we will help them further.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, wonderful. So thank you. Yes, I'm sorry for that. But so we have, like, at the end, as Harry said, there is a chance to also email us. Just keep your questions, email us, and so we can get back to you and answer it. I'm sorry for the technical clinch here. But then I would like to, it says here, I can hear you but can't see anyone except Evelyn and Emmi. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is.
Sorry, I checked again.
Evelyn and Emmi.
should work. It's sure the connection, or they have bad internet connection. It is really possible that there is just bad net now. We have bad weather, whatever now. I think we just go on and
okay. I'll just continue, and then, as I said, in the end, if you please feel free to put your questions or anything in the chat. And over time, because this is just the first one now, this is the launch of our series of webinars which we'll hold, and we look at probably fortnightly holding them, that we'll see that bit by bit we hopefully can sort out any technical issues as well. Okay, so just from away from just from the oral health, I want to introduce you to our next product, which is like the Emmi skin. So now this is a wonderful tool, which is actually it should be in every household. Let me see because you see here whether you want to kind of improve your own physical appearance, or kind of if there are any problems with the skin or anything, you can use it in many ways. And also we have, for example, products that are used also with like the Emmi skin. We have wonderful like gels, creams, and which can be used like for your skin. You put it on your skin, tap a bit of water on the surface here, and the wonderful thing is that like your cream, whatever you put on your skin, it penetrates the outer layers of the skin, and this is what we want, especially with age. I can tell you that with age, you want to get like whatever you put on your skin, you want to get it into the layers, because that's the problem with aging, that like all the good things we probably put on us is not it's not going into the layers where it should be and where it should do its job. So this is where that is fantastic to use. And actually I just get that 1 second, which is like my favorite product. My favorite product is like this fantastic gel. It's like you just need 2 drops. It's like a hyaluronic gel, and you put it on your eye area, whatever, or you use like we have this wonderful like stem cell cream and various other creams, and you put it on your skin, tap a bit of water, and do yourself this wonderful kind of have like your wonderful own spa at home. Treat yourself like a queen or king, whatever, and get all these benefits from more radiant and a better skin. And now this is not all of it. So it says here. So the main thing is that it's kind of improves the blood circulation. That's the main thing. Like this gentle kind of ultrasonic waves, their oscillations, they penetrate the skin, and you get a warmth and a better circulation, and that helps actually the body to do its own job better. So it's not only like for like the cosmetic purposes. It's the same as like somebody like you hurt yourself, you have a scar. I have, for example, just had to deal with like a herpes area, and the problem with that is also if you have anything on your lips, the way it heals off is very difficult because it scars your lips and then pulls them together and so on. And for that, it's like a fantastic thing to use, whether you use like any of whatever you that helps you, or for example vitamin E oil or something you put on, and you use it with the Emmi skin to penetrate the skin and help healing, and so scars heal off and so on. Harry has great experience with that as well. He can tell you more about that. And so it's like, as I said, for cosmetic, then also like the scars and things that can heal faster. Also, when I had to had like a lot of sporty activities, and then it's to release your muscles, to have your partner do like the top of your shoulders with because we have like a particular foam that like the with thermo effect is, which you see here, the red one. It will heat the area up, and like cramped muscles or stiff muscles can kind of with that can get working again and can get released. And here you see more of our own gels, which has been so studied, and people, ladies say, so firmer skin feeling, improved skin appearance, healthier appearance, which is all the stuff we want to keep young, stay young, and is all very kind of beneficial. Okay, so now, of course, I have some people here. They are already very, very experienced in using like the Emmi Pet, which is like the toothbrush, which is used for our beloved animals, for the dogs. And the great benefit of that is, of course, that the plug, which has to be taken off, like of the teeth of a dog, for example, because otherwise they will suffer all kinds of other problems. And so we have lots of like groomers in the UK, and people who privately or through that make good use of the Emmi Pet. And I'm just showing here, there is some, you see how like here before treatment and then a bit later, and how it takes the plaque off the teeth. You see here's even an example of a cat there. And so we have, as I said, in England, this is like already becoming a name, ultrasonic Emmi Pet, because it's been widely used and seen as greatly beneficial in many areas. So yes, there is somebody else wants to say something. Herbert, you wanted to? Okay. All right. So it is also has like a certificate. It's been verified by the Animal Welfare Association in Austria, and so it's not just something we kind of dream up. It is very important, and especially for the animals, because for them there is no other way than having them anesthetized if they have to go to the vet. And so like that, you don't need to do that. You can just do it yourself. I've seen it. I've been to dog show in London just last year, end of last year, and I could see how the ladies like Angela and Karen, how they just worked with the dogs, and in no time they're just standing there and cleaning their teeth. I was kind of flabbergasted how that works. And okay, so this is actually what I wanted to bring across, and I thank you very much for listening, and I'm awfully sorry about these technical glitches, so we have to see what we have to do about that in the future, but there will be many more, so please feel free to kind of invite your partners, your friends, people you want to introduce to the product. And if you yourself feel, okay, yes, I want to recommend it to others, and so please get in touch with the one who invited you for tonight. And so perhaps you want to become an independent Emmi Ultrasonic business partner yourself and earn some extra money for yourself. And but by all means, pass on the word, because as I said, it's like the first one. We want to hold them like at the moment, probably fortnightly, and these webinars, and then put attention on various aspects of the product, and also bring in like certain, like the specialists in their area to tell more about the individual product. So I hope it was a little bit educational for you. And I hope to see you and many more like next time.